Hello, everyone. I hope you enjoyed the gospel series that I uploaded in my YouTube channel. I should have uploaded this video first because this is more of an introduction. But better late than never, right? So today I'm going to talk about the reason why I'm uploading all these videos. Okay, so as someone who is a Christian who started out exploring, reading, and understanding the Bible, I had my fair share of struggles. I didn't know where to start. I didn't know which Bible to purchase. I didn't know the difference between the translations. How come some um, how come some prefer NIV, some prefer NASB, some prefer KJV, NKJV? Where do I start reading? Should I start at Genesis? Should I start at Matthew or probably Revelation? And what's all these books in the Bible? What are they talking about? Right. So I encountered a lot of well-intentioned people who are trying to help out, but at the end of the day, somehow it also made it more complicated. So when I started reading the Bible, I cannot understand a lot of the passages. I don't know if I should take it metaphorically, I should take it literally because of the language, right? To be honest, if you're reading the Bible, it's sometimes you just don't know how to properly apply it. So there's a lot of things that you need to consider. I mean, if I take this literally, how far should I take it? Because if I take it too literally, then I'm going to lose whatever message it's trying to convey to me. So I'm going to overinterpret what it's trying to tell me. But if I am taking it in a figurative way, how far should I take it as well? Because somehow if you take it too figuratively, then you're not taking you're going to have a weak interpretation of the Bible. So it's really messy, right? And I'm going to tell you that that I have my fair share of YouTube videos, commentary series from different commentators, Bible teachers, and a lot of them will help, but they're also going to mess things up because they're going to contradict each other. Not that it's bad, because you get a lot of perspectives, but how do you discern which one is, more accurate? I wouldn't say that somebody is teaching heresy, although there are people who are going to teach heresy and they don't even know it. Some of them do, some of them don't. I mean, because of my passion to learn the Bible, I somehow um joined a cult. And fortunately, I was looking for the truth. That's why um I was taken out of it. So with that said, I also try to ask pastors. I ask their opinion if, let's say, I want to take my education to a different level. I want to enroll myself in a seminary or something. Where should I go? And you would expect pastors to to tell you that you should go to the college that they studied at. And that's fair because, after all, why would you recommend a different alma mater, right? But the problem with that as well is that schools, as well as pastors, they also have their biases. They also have their traditions. They also have their own dogmas. And some of them, they're going to be, they're going to hold on pretty tight when it comes to their dogmas, right? So again, it makes it even more complicated. And I appreciate all their help. Trust me. I mean, they helped a lot, you know. Then there's also the question of which church should I go to? Um, I joined a church before, and I noticed that I was really getting hungry with the word of God. I had a growing appetite. I had a and I couldn't get the satisfaction. I couldn't get the nourishment that I need. I wasn't satisfied with what I'm eating. There's so many questions. Then, and whenever I asked my pastor, I would get one-liners, and I don't blame them. Honestly, I don't blame them because they're just people. They have limitations. They wouldn't be able to answer everything. Plus the fact that they're doing a lot of things. They're not just simply teaching the Bible. They're also doing a lot of stuff, a lot of ministering. So You wouldn't expect them to give you all the answers that you need, right? So, as a layman, as a common person who is not a theologian, not a biblical literate, does it mean that I would just have to rely on them, fully rely on them? Should I just leave it to the professionals? Should I just follow what I'm told? Should I just go with the traditions? No, those traditions that was passed along to me by my parents, by my church, or even, theologians, whoever, right? So there's a sense that as a common person, it can be discouraging when you encounter all these things. And I've had my fair share of discouragements. But I realized this: Peter, Paul, James, and the other disciples, they were not theologians, except for the fact Paul. Okay. But most of them, they were just common people. Some of them were fishermen, some of them probably were tradesmen. Um, Luke was a physician, historian. Uh, but most of them are just common people. When I say common people, it means to say they probably have, average education. I wouldn't say that they're uneducated, because they definitely um, they attend they go to they listen to Torah. They listen to the Torah, the teachings of the Torah. So I wouldn't say that they are uneducated. Okay. But they were not religious authorities. That's my point. They were not Pharisees. They were not the Sadducees, and definitely not the Essenes, right? So they're just ordinary people. Matthew was a tax collector, right? So what I'm trying to say here is that we don't necessarily have to totally rely on our leaders, on our church elders, to do the interpretation for us. Don't get me wrong. Don't get me wrong. You go to commentaries, they're still interpreted by Bible scholars. They're still interpreted by theologians. You still need them. I'm just simply saying you don't have to rely on your church leaders to learn these things. You could do it yourself. Okay. And the reason why we're here is because why I'm here is because I want to try to simplify it, because I've been through, some not loopholes. I'm sorry. What I mean to say is I've been through some of the complications, and somehow experience a lot of the mess, in trying to understand, what the Bible. So with that said, um, I think we as Christians, we have that responsibility, to edify one another, learn the Bible, to have fellowship, to teach each other. So I think that's the purpose. That's the reason why I'm doing what I'm doing right now. I once learned from a Bible teacher that the saying, Jack of all trades, master of none, is actually a misquote. Now, I'm not sure if that's real. It's true. But what he said was it should be Jack of all trades, but master of one. Now, it means to say that you should know a little bit about everything, but you should be an expert, or at least be good at one thing. Now, for us Christians, that means that we should be good at what we believe in. That means we should be, at least, be educated with our Bible, and we don't have to depend on others to feed us. We have to learn to feed ourselves. It doesn't mean I don't mean any disrespect. I don't mean that we shouldn't be asking questions from our leaders. I don't mean that we should just, set them aside, don't care about them. Nothing like that. I'm simply saying that we need to do our part. Okay. So I hope you stick around. I hope we can encourage each other. I would definitely appreciate your comments. I would definitely appreciate your support. If you do like what I'm uploading, if you do like the videos, I would appreciate it if you could like, share, and subscribe. That would really help. And I'll see you on the next video. God bless you.